Hello and welcome to the Power Circuit, the official broadcast of the Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN. I'm your host, Amara Agogesi. Today we're diving into the latest updates, key milestones and performance scorecards from across the Nigerian electricity supply industry, NESI. Here is what we have lined up for you in this episode. Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of TCN, Engineer Dr. Sule Ahmed Abdulaziz, tasked human resource heads with a unified policy implementation. With a new 300 MVA power transformer, TCN raises transmission capacity of bulk electricity from a wind power plant in Lagos. In this episode, we will also bring to you some concepts in the art of transmitting electricity in a transmission substation. In the interview segment, the Assistant General Manager Transmission at the TCN Benin region, Engineer Aribi Matthew Olushesi, will be speaking about his role of technical coordination in ensuring the seamless operation of power transmission lines and substations under the Benin transmission region. Let's get into this. The Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of the Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, Engineer Dr. Sule Ahmed Abdulaziz, has tasked the heads of human resources at TCN with ensuring a unified and consistent procedure. The TCN helmsman, while declaring open a workshop for heads of HR in TCN at the corporate headquarters Abuja, said a harmonized procedure would reflect better standards of professionalism and accountability in the implementation of its policies across the 10 regions of TCN. Here is the rest of the report.
The Human Resources Workshop had the theme, Aligning HR Practices and Procedures Across TCN. According to Engineer Abdulaziz, consistency in HR practices is not a luxury, but a necessity.
I believe is both timely and strategic. It underscores our collective commitment to building a unified, efficient, and future-ready workforce that will drive the Transmission Company of Nigeria towards excellence. In any big company, especially one as critical to national development as TCN, consistency in HR practices is not a luxury, but a necessity. Misaligned policies create inefficiencies, weaken morale, and hinder productivity.
He further pledged management's commitment to providing the enabling environment for the department to take its place as a strategic driver of the company's success.
By the end of this program, each station should leave with clear commitments that will be implemented immediately. What require headquarters support, who owns what, and when it will be delivered. If something is blocking you, be direct about it and come with options. Don't only report problems, bring solutions. As we expand transmission infrastructure and strengthen grid reliability, HR alignment becomes a cornerstone of our success. A unified HR framework will support workforce planning for emerging technical needs, retain experienced professionals through transparent career paths, and build resilience by fostering adaptability and innovation across all departments. I urge each of you to champion this alignment process with dedication and creativity. Let us break silos, share best practices, and ensure that HR across TCN speak with one voice. This is not just about procedures, it is about building a culture of excellence that will sustain our vision of delivering reliable electricity transmission to Nigeria.
Also speaking at the workshop, the Executive Director, Transmission Service Provider at TCN, Engineer Dr. Oluwagbenga Ajiboye, noted the multi-level role of human resources as upholding standards in an agency.
I implore of you, as you are translating, as you are interpreting the law guiding us, that to please always do it as mother for you to be able to give hope. So I welcome you all as you have gathered together to review and be able to work together as a team.
In her remarks, the Executive Director, Human Resources and Corporate Services at TCN, Mrs. Abiodun Afolabi, stressed that the program will inform core decisions in human resources management going forward at TCN.
This program is not just a meeting, it is a commitment to discipline and measurable outputs. We have structured these 3 days to ensure that every season leads to a concrete decision that you can track and implement immediately. HR is the backbone of transmission company of Nigeria's transformation. However, for a backbone to be effective, it must be strong and consistent.
The workshop also featured paper presentations and updates from the human resource heads across the 10 TCN regions. The workshop was attended by all heads of HR in TCN with robust discussion and interactivity during the technical session. The Executive Director, Human Resources and Corporate Services at TCN, Mrs. Abiodun Afolabi, spoke about the objectives of the workshop, while some of the participants told the Power Circuit about the insights they have gained by actively participating in the workshop.
We looked at industrial relations, how we can have better relationships with the union. We looked at admin, medical services, how we can improve on it. We looked at promotion, all ways we can make HR better, because we are the custodians of the law, we are custodians of rules, and we say we must be people that people look onto, because we are custodians of all the rules.
So far, it's been a very good experience. The young ones especially, since they have not been in the field, they are learning real-life scenarios from the regional managers, and we're hoping that it will help them in their careers once they reach those positions.
This program, like I said, has been awesome, and I wish our management can help us to have this program often, maybe at least or at most once in a year. People, we are training the younger ones, and they are learning new things. They are learning, and they need to learn because they are going to take over from us. So we need to equip them to be that HR that we want them to be.
The Transmission Company of Nigeria TCN Lagos region has successfully commissioned a new 300 MVA power transformer at the 330, 132, 33 kV Egbin transmission substation, significantly raising its electricity transmission capacity.
TCN has a defined objective of continually expanding the capacity of the electricity transmission network in Nigeria. Living up to this goal, the additional 300 MVA power transformer added to the Egbin transmission substation has increased the substation's capacity from 300 MVA to 450 MVA. Speaking during the project commissioning, the General Manager, Transmission, Lagos Region, Engineer Adeshino Adeonikbekun, stated that the project was completed in-house by TCN engineers in a record-breaking 6 weeks.
We are in the sub-region, 331 substation. What has just happened is a thing of joy. I recall 5th of August 2025, a terrible incident happened there where we lost one of our 150 MVA transformers. And management of TCN thought it wise that because of the huge load in the Niazics here, needed to replace that 150 MVA urgently. And to the glory of God, they gave us a 300 MVA transformer, which has increased the capacity of the substation from the initial 300 MVA to 450 MVA capacity.
The new power transformer is aimed at strengthening the transmission network and improving power delivery nationwide.
The old capacity was 300 MVA, which is a 2 by 150 MVA. But as of today, we have a 450 capacity, 1 by 150 MVA and 1 by 300 MVA, which we are just commissioned now.
He noted that the coverage area includes the electricity consumers in the immediate Ijede community, industries, and communities around Ikorodu and up to Shagamu town in Ogun State through the Ikeja Electricity Distribution Company.
The first is the Ijede community here, they will seriously benefit. The Ikorodu community as well and its environs, and then the Shagamu and its environs will seriously benefit. And don't forget, we have quite a number of industries along the corridor of Ikorodu. About 15 of them, the Monarch, the steel industry, all of them will significantly benefit from this.
Coming your way shortly is a session with Engineer Charles Iwamadi, the General Manager Transmission at the Benin region of TCN, as he speaks on some concepts that are crucial in electricity transmission. Don't miss it as it comes after this break.
The Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, transmits bulk electricity from power generating companies, GenCos, to distribution load centers of distribution companies, DISCOs, nationwide. At TCN, we transport bulk electricity at very high voltage to DISCOs, who now off-take it and distributes it directly to electricity customers nationwide. TCN does not generate electricity. We transport the quantum of power generated to distribution load centers. TCN does not distribute electricity directly to electricity consumers. Our job stops where that of the DISCOs begin. TCN, transmitting bulk electricity in the most efficient and effective manner.
As one of the dedicated viewers of the power circuits, we believe you are now conversant with the role and mandate of the Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN. It has a mandate of transmitting bulk electricity from generation companies to distribution companies for onward supply to the final consumers. It will be of interest to understand some concepts in the art of transmitting electricity and their functions in a transmission substation. Engineer Charles Iwamadi, the General Manager Transmission at the Benin region of TCN, takes us through some of these concepts.
One of the targets of the Transmission Company of Nigeria is to ensure that its substations and transmission lines are all compliant with M-1. This is how it works and why this concept is important for the national electricity grid in Nigeria.
N-1 means having alternative route for transmission lines, for example. For every TCN transmission line, we hear what we say double circuit system. Means that there are two systems operating. That when one goes, the other one will stay. And then M-1 means that for every sub-region, there must be two lines, for example, entering into that substation. Do you understand? So when one line goes out or have problem, the other line will sustain it. Even if they're in the same line, but there are two different circuits. That's why you have double circuit system. For every station, we tried as much as we could in TCN to provide this system. Also, for example, in every substation or every station, you should try as much as possible to have two independent transformers, two transformers. That when one transformer goes out, another transformer is there taking care of the load. Not where you have only one transformer, only one line. That when one line goes, the whole area is in darkness, or when it is only one transformer, and when other transformer goes out, there's no remedy. So TCN has what I to put double system. So when one goes out, the other one is there.
There is also this equipment called a reactor at the Benin transmission substation that balances the bulk load of electricity. Engineer Iwamadi speaks more about it.
The voltage tends to be higher going above the rated. It is these reactors that moderates it, that balances it up and reduce it and bring it down to the voltage required. That is the point, the work of those reactors that are marked in MAX, MAX. Yes.
Frequency control is a crucial component of the management and operation of a transmission substation. I bet you would want to know more.
Those things also add to the frequency control. Frequency control is that anything, all the indicators, whether it's voltage, current, whatever, that you put in normal and operate at a normal range, the frequency will operate at also rated frequency. But if any of those ones goes up, do you understand? You have, for example, that during the switching, you have high voltage. And when you have that high voltage, you don't have reactors that will suppress it. Definitely the frequency will jack up. And when the frequency is not within the rated frequency band, definitely it might also lead to system collapse.
There is what is called a safety protocol for power transformer installation and energizing at every power transmission substation. This strict adherence to this protocol is critical for protecting man and equipment in the facility.
You heard right from Engineer Charles Iwamadi, General Manager Transmission at the Benin region of TCN, as he explained some concepts in the transmission of electricity. We guess you loved it. This is the interview segment of the Power Circuit. We have with us today the Assistant General Manager Transmission at the TCN Benin region, Engineer Aribi Matthew Olushesi. He speaks about his role of technical coordination in ensuring the seamless operation of power transmission lines and substations under the Benin transmission region. Hear from him. What is the role of the transmission service provider in a transmission region?
The HMT is in charge of all the technical staff. We coordinate all the day activities right from the region to all the work centers within Benin region. With the resources we have, we are managing ourselves, and with the bad road, we'll keep on managing ourselves. You know, Benin region comprises of 5 other outstations. We have 3 sub-regions. That's Benin sub-region here in Benin, Omotosho sub-region, Delta sub-region, and 2 work centers. That's Sapele and Ihubo work centers under Benin region.
TCN has been operationalizing the service level agreement with distribution companies across its regions. How has it been for this region?
The service level agreement is going on. The one we can do, and our men, you know, TCN workers are very, very hardworking. We are trying our best to make sure that the service SLA, that service level agreement, is being complied with.
The Benin region is quite strategic. What is the transmission capacity in this region?
Benin is a strategic place, Benin region, because we have over 330 kV, active 330 kV line emanating from here, Benin. And we have been doing our best. We have been doing our best, except when we have maybe breakdown. Even when there is breakdown, our men are capable. Within no short time, our lines are back to service. We are doing our best, and we are willing, as it were, except anyone that have any breakdown, that's where you will see that the line is up. But if not, we are pushing.
There are ongoing expansion projects across the regions. What is the project implementation status in the Benin region?
There are so many of them. I think most of them have nearly been completed. Most of the in-house work have been done, except the one contractor handling in some of our sub-regions, like Ondo, I think Delta, Sapele, Atefuro, and most of all these projects are nearing completion. And we have one going on at Iroatu.
Let's talk about the encroachment of transmission lines right of way. How are you managing this challenge in the Benin region?
Seizure of encroachments are there, but with the good work of our linesmen and our PRO, we've been able to liaise ourselves with the NDCSC, and which they are helping, because we are in conjunction with the state government, and the state government, they are helping. So with that, we are in touch even also with the communities. So we are partnering with them, even though they are encroachments, but we are there on time to stop them and to make sure they do not have damage to our lines and our towers.
The Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, is committed to working with all partners to secure all electricity transmission infrastructure and deliver bulk electricity towards promoting electricity access for all. You have heard from a top official of TCN in the Benin transmission region. Many more transmission expansion projects are being delivered across all 10 regions of TCN. Let's wrap up this episode with the highlights. The Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of TCN has tasked the human resource heads at TCN with a unified policy implementation. With a new 300 MVA power transformer, TCN has raised the transmission capacity of bulk electricity at a wind transmission substation. In this episode, we brought to you some concepts in the art of transmitting electricity and their functions in a transmission substation. And for the interview segment, the Assistant General Manager Transmission Service at the TCN Benin region, Engineer Aribi Matthew Olushesi, spoke about his role of technical coordination in ensuring the seamless operation of power transmission lines and substations under the Benin transmission region. The Power Circuit is your favorite power-specific television program that takes you deeper into the Nigerian power sector. I'm sure you would always want to keep a date with us, but before then, stay connected by visiting TCN's official YouTube channel via TCN_Nigeria, where you have access to all episodes and snippets on power transmission activities. Please always support the power sector development by following and engaging with TCN across all social media platforms. You can do this on Facebook as you like the page Transmission Company of Nigeria. On LinkedIn, like the page via Transmission Company of Nigeria. On X, follow the company at TCN_Nigeria. On Instagram, stay connected via @TCN_Nigeria. TCN welcomes your feedback and observations. Please send your comments to affairs.public@tcn.org.ng. For more information about TCN's activities, visit the interactive website at www.tcn.org.ng or stay informed through a dedicated news platform at www.tcnnews.ng, designed to keep you up to date with developments in the power sector. Keep your support for TCN coming by staying vigilant against vandalism of power transmission lines, towers, and substations in your area. Please report any suspicious activity to TCN officials or the nearest security agency. Amara Agugesi is my name. Have a good time.